It's cold out here, ain't it, Pluto? Woo! My little heater over there going. I'm about to turn this on. I don't want it to be too loud. Um, I'd been test driving the car and it had to have power steering fluid, so I dug out the pile in the back. It's been under a pile of leaves and everything else, and found one, and then I had to kind of make a bracket over here because I have no idea how this stuff's supposed to go. So I just kind of made a bracket for now. Found the belt outside. And the belt's probably been there 5-6 years out in the dirt, son. It was underneath a pile of leaves. I made a mess. I pulled the wrong line when I was trying to bleed it because obviously it's full of water. The pump was. Also, this down here was full of water as well because I didn't have plugs over them. But let's see if she'll fire up without making pushing any gas. Check out my homemade use what you got stuff going on here. It's my ignition. There's my start. Seat outside. It's very, very, very bad. But hey, it works. I can sit in it. Thank the Hawks. Got some power that I'm not used to. Torque. Here we go. Turn her off. But figured I'd give you a heads up what's going on. I'd put my old truck wheels on the back. I hadn't done this side yet because I have a lug nut that's stuck that I can't get off. But anyways, you see how nice it's slammed back there? It's not slammed up here. Even though I have 2-inch drop spindles, 2-inch drop strut coil, whatever the crap it's called. So I'm gonna have to cut the springs. I'm gonna go rent, well, you don't rent, you kind of get it for free, the spring compressor that goes up inside and make this job a lot easier. Just keep cutting until I like how it feels. But turning radius, these tires work just fine. If I can get this going this winter, that'd be cool. Snow tires. But man, it's a vehicle minus windows. Once I get done with all these mechanical stuff, I'm gonna be getting on the at least putting all the side windows and trim and stuff back on that I do have. I can't afford the windshield or the rear window right now. I'm gonna check on eBay and see if maybe I can find a used one. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll put that windshield back in. Just urethane everywhere. Probably get in trouble, but hey, it's an old car. It's a rat rod. I am using what I have to make this work, and man, look at where I'm at. I'll try to get a video later of me roasting the rear tires off of it. Oh man, it's got some torque. Oh, one other thing I still got to do. These stupid 2-speed power glides. I got a spacer right here. That dude gave me with that other carb for my truck, which I may take it off and put it on here since it's new. Put this back on the truck. Sell the truck. But I got to figure out how to get this secondary shifter to engage, because it's obviously not long enough. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how all this is supposed to work. Maybe I need to lengthen this rod, put it right up here, and then when it engages, that part will kick that back maybe, because that's what it looks like. If that spacer wasn't on there, it might fit. I don't know. Gotta figure it out. Oh, my throttle. Just kind of welded something together there. Got it clamped on there for the time being. I had to. This thing's broke to pieces, so clamp it on there. This is a redneck make it work build, guys. Once this is going, you know, I can go back and fix all of this. I can, one thing at a time. I can drive it and enjoy it and fix one thing at a time. Because the whole under chassis, which you've seen the videos, is flawless. I mean, it's beautiful. This is a dependable vehicle. It is more dependable than anything else I have right now. It just ain't put together yet. Oh, another thing I have to work on, I'm working on, I guess, is the taillights. This bucket cast broke, so I'm gonna maybe see if Eric will let me use some of that bonding epoxy stuff to put it back together. But that aside, I had to pop all these out. They were so corroded and bad. I got some over here. There was just no using them for the bulbs. They're just junk. Well, it's not going to focus down in there. There we go. So, I'll show you what I got going here. Well, once I start on it, I started on it yet. I need to clean the freaking shop. Here's the broke one. I'm having to wire everything on this car, which I don't know if you've seen or not. What you've seen, I wired my ignition. My ignition's wired up in there. I just kind of made me a ground post to go wherever. Using a Ford, which my thingy right now. Looks more complicated than it is. Although, I am confused now with how I have everything wired. Where to put this wire, that top wire on the alternator. Golly, this medicine's kicking my butt, dude. I can't remember nothing. Anyways, I got this second wire just jumped over to the power because that's my understanding. Normally it would go back to a block, and it's the exact same principle. But this wire I have coming, I don't know where to put it. Typically you would put it on your ignition on, but so I guess that would technically be that yellow wire that goes to my distributor, because that's my ignition on. So I may have to run it over there and see what it does. Because right now that it's not charging, it just may be a bad alternator. I mean, it's been sitting out in the weather for years. Well, no, I take that back. This alternator shouldn't be bad. It came off that Malibu. That's why this stuff's confusing. I'm using all kinds of Malibu stuff on this 327 block with 307 heads, with this, you know. So I'm having to use all their pulleys set up, which is very confusing, and why I had to make a bracket for that. This is the original 327 pump. Its bracketry, sucker's small, is on the bottom. Very simple. I kind of like it better, but I can't use it. This is an AC compressor. I know it's good because the AC worked on that car. But here's another alternator that I think came off the Impala. It's been out in the weather forever too. I think I'm going to take it in and get them to test it, see if it works. It'd be funny as heck if it did. But yeah, if you got any ideas, if I should put that to the ignition, let me know. But I'll get back over here. Easily distracted on this medicine. I'm having to do my entire wiring harness in the car, okay? I can't afford, and the wiring harness that was on it is just brittle and broke to pieces. So, for the backup lights, I'm going to use these 3-prong plugs. That way, one can be my running lights, and the other is the brighter brake lights. Which I have the brake wiring ran, and that's all I have right now ran. Which I got to figure out which one of these wires make these go the brightest. Once I do that, I'll have that on all of them. There are a few that only have 2, so I'm thinking about putting those in the center just as running lights, I guess, or nighttime lights. That way all three are on, and then two on each side light up whenever I push my brakes. And this, I just don't know what's going on with this. I guess this is a blinker. It's an interrupter wire. I'll have to figure all that out. So this whole build is a little more complicated than somebody else just trying to, or can afford to buy everything and put it together. I'm literally having to not buy everything, put it together, but engineer everything that I have to make it work, to put it together. So it takes a little more time. I ain't gonna lie, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I haven't enjoyed working on cars in a long time. I'm so close to getting this thing on the road.